So 8 malware-infested apps were able to just chill on the Play Store and be downloaded over 3 million times. So great job, Google, on doing your job of screening apps so this doesn't happen. So basically, there was actually exactly 8 apps in total. Some of which it took up to 6 months to be removed after they were reported to Google. So that's fine, because it's not like this is a time-sensitive thing or something like that. The bad thing is these apps were also heavily promoted online. So the thing is, the data that they were stealing with the actual malware was probably pretty valuable, since they were spending money to not only develop the apps, develop the malware, but to also promote them. So basically, what the malware was actually able to do, it was able to execute various URLs on a remote browser, and then the result would be shown in an HTTP request. So basically, what these apps could do is they could just go to random websites and stuff like that. They could download random stuff onto your device. For example, they could send data to random websites, and a lot of the time they also the apps also ask for permission to read SMS and stuff like that. So now you could be getting your two-factor verification code over SMS. They could be sending that to some website, and all kinds of personal data they could be sending to places. I think they might even be able, through the URL requests, to actually subscribe you to like premium services and stuff like that. There's a lot you can do. Like these apps could basically just browse the internet for you, and and the bad thing is you just wouldn't know, very stealthily. So it's just a big yikes, and so these are the actual apps here. So some video editing app, very popular these days, I would imagine. Create a free launcher. I don't know, this I think is just an Android launcher skin that makes everything look however it makes it look. Whoa, beauty camera. This was apparently some app with some like nice filters or something like that. A GIF emoji keyboard. Free glow camera, probably another camera with some like filters and stuff, and then another camera app, because these camera apps are pretty simple to develop. You just get the camera pass through, and then you just slap a filter onto it, which you can probably find a code for a random filter online and just like reuse that, edit it a little bit, make it look a little bit different, and there you go. So this is not great, and it should not have happened. The way the Play Store works, the way Apple's App Store works, the way any sort of a store works, for you to actually put apps on that store, you usually have to pay a fee, because you need to become a developer for the App Store, whichever App Store, and then you submit your app, and then the owners of the App Store, look at the app, they screen the app. And this is all, this is from all different perspectives. They have various tools, automated tools, programs that go through the code of the app. So, they look if there's anything suspicious there. And then, you also have engineers that actually look at the code themselves. Well, maybe not the code, but they look at the interface, what the app does, all this kind of stuff. Basically, the app is supposed to be screened, so this doesn't happen. But it did happen. It got over Google, which is not great, because if this got past them, because it wasn't just one app, it was 8 apps, so how much do you trust Google to do their job properly, to not let malicious apps onto the Play Store? I don't know. Less than I did before, although before I didn't trust them all that much. Anyways, so not very confidence inspiring at all. And then, after it was reported, it took the company like 6 months to remove them. Now, I get when you get a report about an app being malicious, like not every report is going to be true and stuff like that. And you need to do like a proper investigation, stuff like that. But 6 months, I mean, you know, no wonder these things were able to gather over 3 million downloads if some of these apps were in the Play Store for over 6 months. Like this is crazy. So just a bad situation, you know. If I don't, obviously they're not on the Play Store now. I don't know exactly what happens if an app gets removed, if you even get like a notification to remove the app or anything. So, you know, a lot of these apps were probably downloaded by like kids who found them like cool and whatever. And even if they get like an alert, I don't know, they're probably gonna keep the app so they could potentially keep sending their private data for like a very long time. You know, maybe it's patched in some sort of way. I don't know, but you know, even all the data that it sent over that time period is it's not great. Not a great situation. You know, hopefully nothing too serious comes out of this, but obviously, you know, these apps were able to steal some pretty major data. You know, they requested SMS access. You know, like the thing is, we don't really know what they were doing. You know, all that, you know, I can tell you at this point is, you know, they could send stuff to servers, and they were probably sending some pretty valuable stuff that some people are willing to pay for, since, you know, somebody actually paid to develop these apps, develop this malware, and then actually pay for advertising online. So, you know, they were definitely stealing something that, you know, is valuable. They weren't just like chilling, sending some random like data, like, oh, this guy is using TikTok. What a fucking weird guy or something. I don't know. So yeah, not a great situation. Google, you know, hopefully this doesn't happen again, but it will probably. So, yeah.